Okay. So I think this was you got the answer for this, Yukta?
Yeah, I just moved y to the other. Uh,
That's all. That's all. That's all.
yeah.
So probably this was one of the doubts that Udipan has had.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you did the right thing. So x plus y is less than 0. So if you push y the other side, right,
Minus y.
x becomes less than minus y. That's it.
Yeah.
So obviously the second term is greater, correct?
Yeah.
So quantity b is greater in this question.
Hmm.
Correct. And you got it right, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Was this one of your doubts or again on Deepan?
Yeah, this
Those
was
were
one
your
of my
doubts.
doubt.
Okay. Yeah. On a certain field trip, the ratio of the students to teachers ratio is 8 is to 1.
Hmm.
The total number of people on the field trip is between 60 and 70. Quantity A is the number of teachers on the field trip and quantity B is 6, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Now if you see the number of students is to the number of teachers, if you see the ratio is 8 is to 1, correct?
Hmm.
So total number of people, right? Let's say the students, if they are 8x, then I can say the number of teachers is x, correct?
Hmm.
Now, if I want to find the total number of students, right?
Oh, it should be divisible by 9.
Exactly. Perfect. Perfect, right? So
Hmm.
then total number, which is s plus t,
Hmm.
must be 9x, which means it's divisible by 9. So we
Hmm.
want a number. We know the total number of people is between 60 and 70.
60 to 70.
So which
Yeah.
means 63 is the number.
Hmm.
Got it, right?
Hmm.
So 9x is 63,
Hmm.
which means x is 7, right?
Yeah.
So that's the number of teachers, correct?
Yeah.
And the number of students is 8x, which is 8 into 7, 56.
Hmm.
Yeah, so teachers is 7.
So quantity is
A
greater.
is greater than quantity, right?
Hmm. Got it.
Correct. Yes. The next one is this was again. I was this your doubt, Yukta?
No, this was Udipan.
Probably. Yeah.
But I had explained it to him.
Oh, is it? Okay. Okay. So, what did you do, Yukta?
So I basically got all the two ratios into one.
Ah, yeah.
So basically multiplied the first ratio with 3 to
Correct.
get 6 rubies to 3 emeralds,
Correct.
and the second one with 2, so 6 rubies with 10 sapphires.
Exactly. So the
So
total.
that would be the minimum.
Perfect.
Uh, so that would be 19, which is less than 20. So
Exactly.
B is the answer.
Exactly. So the point is, whichever is the common thing, right? So for example, rubies is common to both the relationships,
Yeah,
right? And we just need to take the LCM of these two.
2. Yeah,
So the LCM of 2 and 3 is 6.
yeah,
That's it. As you rightly said, 6 rubies. For 2 rubies, there is 1 emerald. So for 6 rubies, there will be 3
3,
emeralds. And for 3 rubies, there are 5 sapphires, which means for 6 rubies, there will be
10.
10 sapphires. That's it. Correct. So total is 19. And that quantity is less than 20. Perfect. This was your doubt, Yukta?
Yeah, this was my doubt.
Yeah.
So my answer was B.
Okay. Answer is C actually.
Yeah,
If you see, uh, you're comfortable with writing this, right? If I say 50%, it's nothing but 50 by 100, correct?
yeah,
So as a fraction, I can write it as 1 by 2. That's correct.
yeah.
Suppose I say 25%. How can I write, what is the fraction that represents this?
1 by 4.
Exactly, right? Suppose I say 75%. What is the fraction that represents this?
3 by 4.
Exactly, right? Suppose I say 33, 1 by 3%.
Yeah, so that's
It's 100 by 3, right?
Hmm.
It's one third. Suppose you have 100 apples and you have to divide it among 3 people equally.
Oh, yeah. So 100 by 3.
Huh. You got it right, Yukta?
Hmm.
Okay. Now, how does this help us? Very simple.
So,
So 33.33, 1 by 3%, I can write it as 1 by 3.
so 33 and 1 by 3 would be 100 by 3.
100 by 3%, right?
Ah.
So that means 100 by 3 upon 100, correct?
Oh. Hmm.
So either you should convert the fraction to the percentage or you should
Hmm.
convert percentage to fraction, whichever is okay.
Hmm.
So one third of 3/4 of 100.
Hmm.
So what is that? Isn't that one fourth of 100?
Hmm.
Right? Now, 75%, what do you write this as?
3 by 4.
3/4 of.
One third of 100.
So what is that?
1 by 4.
One fourth of 100, right?
Hmm.
So both the quantities are equal.
Hmm.
And one more way of solving this is this 3 by 4 you can write as 75%.
Hmm.
And 1 by 3 you can write it as what? 33 1 by 3%. So you might have learned this, right? X percentage of Y percent of Z
Hmm.
will be same as Y percentage of X percentage of Z, correct? So that way also
Hmm.
you can say these two are equal.
Got it. Basically, so easy approach is to get them all in one type of
Exactly.
thing.
Preferably fraction is better, right?
Fraction is better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is clear, Yukta?
Yeah.
I think this was your doubt, Yukta?
Yeah.
Yeah. The set X contains 6 distinct integers -1, 4, 2, 6, 0 as X. Which of the following could be the median of set S? Right. Now, the set contains what 6 distinct integers, correct? So there are different possibilities for X. So let's say -1, we'll just write it in the order 0, 2, 4, 6, correct? Now, probably X could be the least
Hmm.
integer. Maybe it's like -2 or whatever, right?
Hmm.
Something which is less than -1.
Hmm.
Now, if that is the case, this is case 1, right?
Hmm.
So in that case, these two, the average of these two becomes the median, right?
Hmm.
So in this case, median becomes 1, correct?
Hmm.
So first option is okay.
Hmm.
That is possible, correct?
Hmm.
Okay. Second case is -1 is there, 0 is there. It can't come between -1 and 0 because there is no integer in between that.
Hmm.
But 0 and 2, there can be an integer, right?
Hmm.
The x can be here, taking a value 1. Right, Yukta?
Hmm.
So in that case, again the average of these two would be 1.5.
Hmm.
So your median can be 1.5 as well,
Hmm.
correct? Next possibility is, so -1, 0, 2. It's between 2 and 4, which means your x value is 3.
Hmm.
So when your x value is 3, it is the median is the average of these two, which is nothing but 2.5.
2.5.
So
Hmm.
2.5 is possible.
Hmm.
Then the next possibility is -1, 0, 2, 4. Then it's between 4 and 6, right?
Yeah.
That's 5.
Yeah.
So your x is taking a value 5 now. In that case, the average of the middle values will be 3, correct?
Yeah.
Right, Yukta?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the next possibility is what it is beyond
Yeah.
6, right? Even if it's beyond 6, right? What will happen?
It'll be the same.
Yeah, because minus 1, 0, 2, 4 is going to be there, 6 is going to be there, and some higher number is going to be there, 7, 8, whatever. But
Hmm.
still, these two are going to be the central values, and
Hmm.
the average of these two will be 3. So the median will
Hmm.
still remain 3. These are the various possibilities. Therefore, the answer is A, B, D, E.
Got it.
You got it right, Yukta? Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Approach is clear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do we move ahead?
Yeah.
Okay. And this was your question as well, right?
Hmm.
Okay. The aspect ratio of a rectangular TV screen is the ratio of its width to the height. All right.
Yeah.
Quantity A is the area of the rectangular TV screen with an aspect ratio of 4:3 and a diagonal of 25 inches. Right.
Hmm.
So if you see, okay, okay. Now if you see, right. Now let's say the width of the TV is 4x. Okay. It's 4:3, right? So I can write 4x and 3x.
Hmm.
And the diagonal, right? Diagonal is 25 inches, correct? Yes, Yukta? Yeah. Now, this is a perfect right angle triangle, correct? You have, this will be what? 4 into 5, 20. And this is 3 into 5, 15. Because you know the right angle triangle, right? Pythagorean triplet. One of the common one is one side is 4, the other is 3, and the hypotenuse is 5.
Hmm.
Correct?
Hmm.
Correct, Yukta? Now, the other triangles will be what? 3 into 2, 4 into 2, 5 into 2, isn't it? 6, 8, 10. The other one will be 3 into 3, 9, 12, and 15.
Hmm.
The other one would be 12, 16, 20. The other one is going to be 15, 20, and 25. Correct?
Hmm.
So if you see the ratio of the width to the height, if you see it's what? The 5 and 5 cancels and you get 4, 4:3.
Hmm.
So this is going to be your, so diagonal is 25 inches and your aspect ratio is 24:3. Correct?
Hmm.
So the area of the screen right now is going to be this whole thing, correct? Area of the rectangle, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, Yukta. So area is going to be what?
15 into 20.
Yeah, length into breadth, that's 15 into 20. So quantity A is nothing but 300. Is it clear?
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. Now we are looking at the other aspect ratio, which is what? 16:9, right?
Yeah.
Correct? So 16:9, if you see the ratio, right, it's greater than 4/3, correct? Correct. 4/3 is 1.33. 16/9 will be very close to 2. It maybe, it's greater than, it's like 1.7 or so.
Mm.
All right. Okay. Anyways, so this is 16 and this is 9. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now 16 square plus 9 square, if I do, that's 256 plus 81. How much would that be? 337. Correct?
Mm.
Right? So root of that. So through root of that, if I say 324, root is 18. Correct? Correct, Yukta?
Mm.
So 18 point something. 18 point something is going to be my diagonal if it is 9 and 16, right?
Mm.
Suppose it is, actually I have the freedom to have it as what, 25.
Mm.
You got that, right?
Mm.
So I have to exactly find out what is that. So I will do one thing. This is, let's say, 9x, this is 16x. The ideal way to do this is my diagonal. This is my diagonal, right?
Mm.
So 81x square plus 256x square, which is, let's say, 337x square, correct?
Yeah.
And that value will be equal to d square, diagonal square,
Yeah.
which is 25 square, 625, correct?
Mm.
So what is my x square?
620.
That'll be 1.85.
Mm.
So x square is 1.85. So what is going to be my x? One 1.36, right?
Mm.
I'll also tell you a smarter approach, okay?
Mm.
But this is the way we do it, right? So then you
Mm.
multiply, you get the actual aspect ratio. I mean, the numbers, right? The width and the height. So what would be the width?
16 into 1.3.
And what will be the height?
9 into 1.36.
Correct. That is 27, sorry, 21.78 or 79, let's say. 9 into 1.36, 12.24. Now I multiply these two, right? To get the
Mm.
area. So it is 12.24 multiplied by
21.
21.79. So 266.8, correct?
Mm. Yeah.
Sorry, 2. Yeah, 266.71. Okay. Now this number is obviously small, lesser than
The
300,
first
right?
one. Yeah.
That's all. So quantity A was larger, correct? Was that the
Mm.
answer?
I haven't written because I didn't attempt it only.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the smarter approach will be. So did you get the whole idea how we do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the actual approach of getting the answer, right? The smarter
Hmm.
one will be there is one concept which says um, of all the rectangles of a given diagonal,
Hmm.
the one which is going to have the largest area is the square.
Hmm.
You might have done this proof in your lower class.
Hmm.
So of all the rectangles which have the same length of the diagonal, the largest area would be for the square.
Square.
Okay. Now, um, which means if it's square, what is the aspect ratio? 1:1. That has the
Hmm.
maximum area, correct?
Hmm.
So if you see whichever aspect ratio is closer to 1, that is going to have maximum area. So what is the aspect ratio here? 4:3 is what? 1.33.
Hmm.
Yeah. 4 divided by 3 is 1.33.
Hmm.
16 divided by 9. What is that? 1.77,
Hmm.
which is closer to 1.
First one.
1.33. Closer to that, greater the area.
Hmm.
That's it. So you don't have, you can skip all these calculations.
Hmm.
So for all the rectangles having a fixed diagonal length,
Hmm.
the greatest area is for the square.
Hmm.
And closer the aspect ratio to 1, a greater will be the area of
Hmm.
the rectangle, right?
Hmm.
That is the easiest way to get it done. Or else this calculation can easily go for 3-4 minutes, correct?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've written this.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. The monthly sales, I think this was also your question, right? 18th,
Huh. Yeah. 19th.
19th, is it?
18th I think was Udipan's, but I think he
Yeah.
had misread something, so he
Oh,
got
is
it
it?
after that. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So you got the 18th?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we go over it once?
It was.
Or did he get it clarified?
Yeah, he got it. We can go over it.
Okay,
It.
no problem. Sure. So we are given monthly sales for produce stand P by category, right? Different
Yeah.
months listed on the x-axis and y-axis you have the sales. And the continuous lines are for the fruits and the dotted lines are for the vegetable sales. Of which of the following pairs of consecutive months did the total sales decline the most? So if you see, total sales declines, right? Declines means you have a decreasing curve, not an increase. There's an increasing curve, there's a decreasing curve, right?
Hmm.
So total sales will decrease most when both vegetable and fruit sales decline, right?
Decline. Yeah.
So if you observe closely, in September and October, if you see these lines, right?
Both are decreasing.
Both are
Yeah.
decreasing. Therefore, that's the time when the sales will be declining.
Yeah.
Sales is going to decline. Correct? So that's the
Yeah.
easiest way to spot that. Next is 19 was your question, right?
Yeah.
In the month of May, the produce stampy bought fruit for an average cost of 25 cents per pound and sold that fruit for an average price of 80 cents per pound. assuming there was no spoilage, approximately how much was produced and piece gross profit in the sale of fruit in May, right?
Mm.
So what
Yeah.
was your answer, Yukta?
I think I was doing something wrong. In cents and pounds.
Uh-huh.
I think eventually I got, and I've scratched a lot here.
Okay. Fine. Let's just look at this. So it's only about the fruit sales, right?
Hmm.
And that too only in the month of May. Correct. So if I look at the month of May, and my fruit sales is given by the continuous line.
Yeah.
So Jan, Feb, March, April, May, five, right? Five, fifth dot. One,
Yeah.
two, three, four, five, right?
Yeah.
So my fifth dot is here, correct? So that's referring to 2,500, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So $2,500 was my monthly sales in the month of May, correct?
Hmm.
So let's do that. So the sales, total sales amount, $2,500, correct?
Hmm.
Right. And he had sold it for 80 cents per pound, correct?
Hmm.
So how many pounds did he sell? So we'll get that information, the number of pounds
Yeah. So
he
30
sold.
pounds.
So that's 2,500 upon 80, right?
Hmm.
Oh, that's dollars, right? So 0.
Yeah, that's a 0.8.
Correct. Yeah. That's 25,000 divided by 8. So 3,125 pounds he had sold. Is that clear?
Wait, 25. How much?
2,500 divided by point 0.8 is same as 25,000 by 8.
Ah,
Correct.
yeah.
That's
So,
25 into 125, which is 3,125 pounds.
hmm.
Right.
Hmm.
Right. What was his cost price? So his so the 3,125 pounds of the fruits, he would have bought it only for 25 cents, correct?
So 0.25. Yeah.
Correct. So what was the cost that what was his cost?
Hmm.
That's 3,125 multiplied by 0.25, 781.25, right?
Hmm.
Correct. But he sold it for $2,500. So his
Hmm.
profit, his gross profit. So his gross profit is total sales amount minus his cost price.
Cost
Correct.
price. Yeah.
So that's nothing but 3,125 minus
781.
781.25. Right. Is that
Two.
right?
Yeah.
That's 2, 3. No, did I? Okay. No, no, it is not. Yeah, sorry, sorry. So how much did he make? He made $2,500
Hmm.
minus 781.25.
Hmm.
Correct. So 2,500 minus 781.25, and that's 1718.75. The closest is
1720.
yes. Is the idea clear, Yukta?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you find out the number of pounds he sold, and then what was his cost price, and then selling price minus cost price is his profit.
Got it.
Clear, right? Yeah. Next, we move on to paper 11.
Hmm.
Okay. So this was your doubt, right?
Yeah.
N is the sum of first 200 positive odd integers. Then what is quantity A and quantity B? So one method of doing this is finding this value, right, Yukta?
Hmm.
So how do you find that? First, 100, 200 positive integers is what? 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, etc. up to 200 terms, correct?
Hmm.
Okay, this is following a sequence, we call it as arithmetic progression,
Hmm.
all right? And there is a formula for sum of n terms.
Okay.
It is given by n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. We can use this formula to get this number. So the sum of all these terms, right? So here n is the number of terms. So what is the number of terms here?
200.
Divided by 2. 2 into a is the first term. So what is the first term here?
1.
Plus a total number of terms minus 1. What is that?
199.
Into common difference. What is the difference between subsequent terms?
2.
2, right? That's all. So if you see, 200 by 2 is 100. What is this? This is 398. 398 plus 2 is 400. So what is this number? 40,000, correct?
Hmm.
So 40,000 is an even number, right?
Hmm.
And the moment you find it is even, your sum is over, correct?
Hmm.
Because when this number is even,
Then
this
that
becomes
becomes
1.
positive. Hmm.
So minus 1 plus that positive number plus 1 will be 0.
Yeah.
So quantity A is 0. Now,
Hmm.
n is 40,000, n is even. Then what will be n plus 1?
Odd.
Odd. Therefore, minus 1 power odd is minus 1.
Hmm.
And what will be n plus 2?
Positive. Even.
Even. So that will be positive. So minus 1 plus 1 is 0. So both the terms are equal. So answer is C, right? Okay. Now,
Hmm.
how do you approach this question if you did not know the formula?
Hmm.
Right? Let's assume that you don't know the formula. So
Hmm.
in that case, what do you do? Let's see. So did you take this down? If you want to take this down, then
Yeah. I've taken the formula down.
you have taken the formula down, right? Now, suppose you did not know the formula, then how would you approach this? Right? Now, see the trend, Yukta. Suppose if I'm going to add the first two odd integers, what is the number I'm getting?
4. Even.
I'm getting 4, right? Which is even number.
Hmm.
Let's say I'm adding the first three odd numbers.
9. Odd.
Let's say I'm adding the first four numbers.
Hmm. Even.
Let's say I'm adding the first five numbers.
Hmm.
Sorry. So if the number of numbers odd numbers I'm adding is odd, then the answer is odd.
Yeah.
If I'm adding even number of odd numbers, then my answer is even.
Hmm.
You observe the trend.
Hmm.
So if you're going to add 200 positive odd integers, what is your answer going to be?
Even.
That's it. So this is
Hmm.
even. So minus 1 plus 1 is 0. This will be odd, so -1. This will be even, therefore 1. So that's the other way you can solve this by understanding the trend. Yeah?
Oh.
Okay. Clear, Yuktha?
Yeah.
Next. This was your other doubt?
Yeah.
Okay. The odds that a certain event will occur is the ratio of the probability that the event will occur to the probability that the event will not occur. Right? For the bag of marbles that contain only 16 red marbles and n black marbles, the odd of selecting a black marble are 3:4. Then what is the value of n? Right? So if you see, so odd of selecting a black marble, right? What did they say? It is nothing but probability of selecting a black marble divided by probability of not selecting a black marble. That's what is the definition, right?
Yeah.
Odds that a certain event will occur is the ratio of probability that the event will occur to the probability that the event will not occur. Is it clear?
Yeah.
So now in the box or in the bag of marbles, we are having 16 red marbles and n black marbles. Clear?
Is the answer 12?
That's all. So you're getting it now?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. So it is 16:12, right? 4:3. That's it. So probability of black marbles is going to be n upon n plus 16. Not getting a black means it's red, right? 16 by n plus 16, this gets cancelled. And this value is 3/4. Therefore, n has to be 12.
Oh.
So that's clear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this was also your doubt. 24th.
Yeah.
The code for a digital lock consists of 3 digits, each of which is chosen from the digits 1 to 9, and with the repeat of digits permitted. Okay. The third digit in the code is the sum of the first 2 digits in the code. If the third digit must be greater than 5, how many codes are possible? Okay. Okay. So it's a 3 digit code, right? You're calculating with that?
Will it be 26?
Yeah, perfect. Right.
But I literally. Okay. But I had to write each one.
That's okay. That's okay, right? So if you did not want to write each one, then I'll tell you what you can do.
Yeah.
Let's say, you have the 3 digits, right? The third digit can be what? Can either be 6, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, greater than 5, correct? So 6 it can be, or it can be 7, or it can be 8, or it can be 9, correct? Now if you see, I can use the digits 1 to 5, correct? Then correspondingly there will be digits which will be there, correct? So I can have 1 to basically 5 ways. Got it? Even if I did not write this, of course it doesn't take much time, but even if I did not have to write this, I understand there are 5 ways of filling this up, correct?
Yeah.
Now, if it's 7, I can't use a 7 there, right? So how many ways do I have?
6.
Yeah, even if you don't write this, it's understood, right? A corresponding value will come and fit in here.
Yeah.
So here, how many are going to be there?
7.
7, exactly. Here, I'm going to have,
8.
that's all. So you don't have to actually write all of them. So it's 5 plus 6, that's 11, 11 plus 15, 26.
Hmm.
Because only one of them is possible, you add them.
Hmm. Okay.
It makes sense?
Yeah.
So just wanted to know, you have done your MA Economics, is it, Yukta?
No, just bachelor's in political science and economics.
Oh, okay, okay, excellent, excellent. So you're
It's
going for masters now, right? Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay, got it,
Got it.
Was clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. I think those were the questions from paper 11, right, which you had mentioned.
Yeah.
And from paper 12, there was only one.
Yeah, I thought this was an easy question, but I just couldn't get my head to. I think I got stuck at one point.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So a 30-foot board leans against a vertical wall such that the bottom of the board is 15 feet from the wall. Okay. So this is the initial condition, correct?
Hmm.
So initial condition, let me just mark it with black. So this was the case where it was a distance of the from the wall, the board was at 15 feet, right?
Hmm.
Distance. And this length of the board is 30,
Hmm.
correct? 30-foot board. So this is 30, right? Now what we are doing is, so if I just cut out that triangle and write it here. So it's 15 here and this is 30, correct?
Hmm.
So either with trigonometric ratios or you might have learned, right? 1:2 is the ratio, right here.
Hmm.
So other one must be root 3.
Hmm.
So this is a triangle of this kind, right?
15 √3. Yeah.
Perfect, right? So this is anyways 90 degrees.
Hmm.
This is going to be 60 and this will be 30.
Hmm.
I mean, you are aware of that, Yukta?
Yeah.
Correct. Perfect. So, I mean, one other way is use trigonometric ratios. Cos 60 is 15 by, I mean, 1 by 2. So you get this angle as 60. But you
Hmm.
anyways know this, right? This ratio 1:2. Root 3.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you got all these, right? So that's what, so you know the height. So this height is 15 root 3, correct?
Yeah.
So if I have to just calculate, yeah, root 3 is 1.732. That multiplied by 15. So we can get the approximate value of 15 root 3, like 15 into 1.732, that will be 25.98 or approximately 26, right?
Hmm.
Okay, now let's look at the other case, what's happening. Now let me just mark it with red.
So that I calculated to 24.
Ah, you're getting 24, is it?
Hmm.
Very good. So you can immediately say, right? Hmm. Okay, that height is, so n is nothing but the difference, right, Yukta?
Yeah, so that'll be 2.
2, right? So 2 is less than 3. Therefore, this is, because the other triangle was like, this will be 18, correct?
Yeah,
And this will still be what?
30.
30. And you know that this is like 3 into 6.
Yeah,
And this is 5 into 6. So this has to be 4 into 6. Because you know that it's 3,
3, 4,
4,
5.
correct? So you don't have to, I think you must have done using Pythagoras theorem.
Hmm.
Yeah, that may not be required because you can figure out that it's 3, 4, 5,
Hmm.
right? So it's 24, that's good. So 24, then the difference is 26 minus 24, that's 2, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's less than 3.
Got it.
Is it clear, Yuka?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So anyways, I will send in the key for paper 11, paper 12, and also 13 and 14. 13 and 14, did you get a chance to do?
No, I'll do it tomorrow morning.
Yeah, sure. No problem. No problem.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow, should we do a class or do you not?
If you want a day's time to practice those papers, and then if you're working tomorrow, are you working tomorrow? It's a holiday.
No, I have off.
Off, yeah. So as you say, as you both say. So if you
Okay,
want
so
a break,
no, we prefer a class if you are up for it.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
I'm fine. So
okay.
these two papers, the only thing is, now we have, I'll send in the uh, answer keys, right?
Yeah.
One second.
Um,